You know, here at Anderson Seed and Garden, our greenhouses are full of hanging baskets, and it just feels and smells like spring. It looks amazing out there. But yeah, usually by the time we get to the first part of July, we've got a lot of gardeners who are struggling a little bit with their hanging baskets. They're having a hard time keeping them wet. They're struggling with insects, you know, especially if you have, you know, a basket like this that has petunias in there or geraniums. There's some insects that really go after those flowers consistently, like a tobacco budworm, that makes it difficult to keep them blooming and keep them looking good throughout the summertime. So to really keep them looking great throughout the summer, of course, we have a wonderful video that shows you how to feed your baskets all summer to just keep them blooming and blooming and blooming. You should try and look that up. It's our secret recipe here at Anderson Seed and Garden, and you'll be able to really get a feel for how to fertilize properly. But to water, I mean, we're watering the baskets every single day, and to make your water much more effective, there's some things that you can do, because what happens is, you know, with a basket like this, when the soil dries out in there, the soil kind of pulls away from the sides of the pot, and so the soil doesn't like completely fit in the pot snug. There's a little gap around the outside, and then when you water it, the water just kind of runs down that gap and down to the bottom of the pot and just runs out the bottom. And so you may be watering, and the water just starts, you know, draining out the bottom of the pot, and you think that you've watered it sufficiently, and it's not. And so as the heat kicks in and we start to get, you know, 90, 95, 100 degree daytime temperatures, you've got to make sure that water saturates through the basket properly. And a product like Easy Wet will help. This is actually a soil penetrant. What it does is you mix it in with the water, and then when you water your baskets with it, it'll make that water sort of penetrate all the way through the soil instead of just going around the outside, running out the bottom. So this will make it ensure that you hydrate that soil up properly all the way through that root ball, all the way through the basket, so the plants can pick up and utilize the water so much better. And this helps it bind to the soil too, so it binds the water to the soil, so it hydrates all the way through, and then right where the roots are, they'll be able to pick up that water and utilize it properly. But when it comes to taking care of insects, there's some really easy things you can do. I mean, you can try and spray them every week. There's a lot of things you can do, but you have to do them consistently to really be effective. A product like the 2-in-1 Systemic from Fertilome is an insect control as well as a disease control, and you can just mix this right in with the water when you're watering the plants, whether it's a hanging basket or whether it's in a planter. You just mix this right in with the water, and then you water the plant with it. You know, if you get it on the leaves, it's systemic. It'll absorb it in through the leaves and then run it through the circulatory system of the plant. If you water the soil with it, it'll pick it up through the root system, run it through the circulatory system of the plant, and it will control insects and diseases that may be attacking your beautiful hanging baskets or your beautiful planters or even your flowers out in the garden. It will protect them from various diseases and insects, especially aphids, thrips, tobacco budworms, you know, all those insects that really do a lot of damage to your beautiful flowers. It will control them before they really start to do some damage for about a month. So you only have to do it once a month for, you know, maybe 3 months throughout the summer, and your baskets and your planters and your flowers look amazing. So the 2-in-1 Systemic from Fertilome will really do a great job at preventing insect damage on your plants and keeping them looking great throughout the entire summer. Just once a month, mix this up in the water when you're watering your baskets, and it will protect them for a month from a lot of diseases, powdery mildew, leaf spots, botrytis, you know, things like that can attack your flowers, as well as all those insects like aphids, tobacco budworms, thrips, you know, white flies, you name it. So you can keep your baskets looking beautiful throughout the summer with a combination of you know, making sure you water properly, make sure that soil gets hydrated, and take care of those insects, because those are your two real big problems aside from fertilizer. So here at Anderson's, we can really help you, whether it's bugs, whether it's disease, whether it's watering, or whether it's fertilizing. We can really help you keep your hanging baskets and your flowers looking great throughout the entire summer.